The silhouette of the destroyer, JS Chokai, docked at the naval base in San Diego, represents more than just a routine port visit or a standard maintenance cycle. For the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, the presence of this Aegis destroyer on American soil signals a profound shift in strategic posture. The vessel is currently undergoing critical modifications to its tactical Tomahawk weapon control system, a necessary upgrade to enable the operation of long-range cruise missiles. This development marks the beginning of a pivotal transition period for Japanese defense capabilities, characterized not by a permanent reliance on foreign weaponry, but by a calculated strategy to buy time for the maturation of indigenous technology. This move aligns directly with the radical shifts outlined in the National Security Strategy released in late 2022, where Japan formally declared the acquisition of counter-strike capabilities to strike enemy bases, a policy that fundamentally reinterprets the long-standing, exclusively defense-oriented policy. The decision by Tokyo to procure 400 Tomahawk cruise missiles from the United States has generated significant debate regarding national autonomy and budgetary allocation. The total acquisition cost, approved in the budget for fiscal year 2023, amounts to approximately 254 billion Japanese yen. Critics might view this expenditure as a step backward for the domestic defense industry, yet a closer examination of the timeline and technical specifications reveals a different reality. The security environment surrounding the Japanese archipelago has deteriorated rapidly, necessitating an immediate counter-strike capability that the domestic industry, despite its technological prowess, could not deliver within the 2025 to 2027 window. The procurement breakdown reflects this urgency. The package includes 200 Tomahawk Block 4 missiles, an older variant available for immediate delivery from U.S. military stockpiles, and 200 of the latest Block 5 missiles. This mix of older and newer generations underscores the critical nature of the timing. The Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force requires a functional deterrent today, not a theoretical one promised for tomorrow. This acquisition serves as a strategic stopgap, a bridge spanning the dangerous void between current threats and future capabilities. While the Tomahawk Block 4 provides an immediate solution, it is essentially a training tool and an interim shield. The true value of deploying these American missiles lies in the operational experience they provide. Japanese crews aboard vessels like the JS Chokai and subsequently the ships of the Maya class are currently mastering the complex kill chains required for long-range engagement. This involves not just firing the weapon, but integrating targeting data from diverse assets such as satellites and patrol aircraft. By the time domestic missiles are ready for mass deployment, the personnel of the Maritime Self-Defense Force will already possess the doctrinal maturity and technical proficiency to operate them effectively. This approach transforms a simple purchase of hardware into a comprehensive investment in software and human capital. However, the reliance on the Tomahawk is not without its tactical limitations. The subsonic American missile, while reliable, operates on a design philosophy from the Cold War era. Its cylindrical body and lack of low observable features make it vulnerable to the increasingly sophisticated air defense networks of potential adversaries in East Asia. This is where the narrative shifts from procurement to innovation. The true protagonist of this strategic evolution remains the upgraded Type 12 surface-to-ship missile, often referred to as the Type 12 Kai. This indigenous weapon system represents the pinnacle of Japanese engineering, or monozukuri, applied to national defense. The technical leap from the original Type 12 to the upgraded version is substantial. While the original model relied on a solid fuel rocket motor suitable for coastal defense ranges of around 200 kilometers, the upgraded Type 12 has been re-engineered with a turbojet engine. This propulsion change, combined with the addition of large deployable main wings, extends its operational range dramatically to approximately 900 to 1,200 kilometers. This range increase allows Japanese forces to strike targets from beyond the reach of enemy anti-access area denial systems, a capability the current Type 12 fleet lacks. Furthermore, the new missile features a stealthy planform shape designed to minimize radar cross-section, significantly increasing its survivability compared to the round fuselage of the Tomahawk. The technological superiority of the Type 12 extends beyond its physical geometry. It incorporates an active electronically scanned array seeker, a field where Japanese electronics manufacturers have long held a global advantage. This sensor suite allows for superior target discrimination and resistance to electronic countermeasures compared to the mechanical or passive sensors found in older cruise missile generations. Furthermore, the Type 12 is built to integrate seamlessly with Japanese command and control networks without the need for the encryption interfaces required for foreign systems. This ensures that the sovereign nervous system of the self-defense forces remains uncompromised and fully responsive, allowing for rapid software updates and modifications by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries without seeking foreign approval. Recent reports confirm that the development of the ground-launched version of the upgraded Type 12 was completed in December 2025, marking a significant milestone for the Acquisition, Technology and Logistics Agency. The schedule for deployment has been accelerated, with the first operational units expected to be established at Camp Kengun in Kumamoto Prefecture by March 2026. This timeline is approximately 1 year ahead of original projections, demonstrating the immense resources and political will being poured into the program. The deployment at Kumamoto places these assets in a prime geostrategic location to cover the critical southern approaches and the Nansei Islands chain, serving as a clear signal that the reliance on the Tomahawk is strictly temporary. The industrial implications of this program are equally profound. The mass production of the upgraded Type 12 revitalizes a domestic supply chain that had been at risk of atrophy. It secures high-tech jobs and maintains the critical skill base required for advanced aerospace engineering within Japan. The production lines at Mitsubishi Heavy Industries are shifting gear to accommodate not just the land-based version, but subsequent variants designed for naval and aerial launch. The maritime variant of the Type 12 is scheduled to begin outfitting on destroyers starting in fiscal year 2027, with the JS Teruzuki likely being among the first candidates to receive the necessary modifications. This phased rollout creates a layered timeline where the American Tomahawk covers the immediate risk period of 2025 and 2026, while the Japanese Type 12 gradually assumes the primary strike role from 2027 onwards. This dual-track approach will culminate in the commissioning of the Aegis system-equipped vessels. These massive 14,000-ton warships are being designed not merely as missile defense platforms to replace the cancelled Aegis Ashore program, but as mobile arsenals capable of sustaining prolonged high-intensity operations. The vertical launch systems on these vessels, expected to number 128 cells, will likely host a mix of both missile types. This high-low mix strategy makes economic and tactical sense. The abundant and proven Tomahawk can be used for volume strikes against static targets or to saturate enemy defenses, while the sophisticated and stealthy Type 12 can be reserved for high-value, heavily defended naval or coastal targets that require precision and high survivability. The integration of the SPY-7 radar on these vessels further enhances the ability to detect targets at extreme ranges, maximizing the potential of both missile systems. The narrative of Japanese defense modernization is therefore not one of submission to foreign military-industrial complexes, but rather one of pragmatic adaptation. The nearly $2.35 billion allocated for the Tomahawk acquisition is the price of security in a volatile era. It buys the necessary years for Japanese engineers to perfect a weapon system that is tailored specifically to the unique geography and threat profile of the region. The decision reflects a mature understanding that sovereignty is not just about who builds the weapon, but about ensuring the nation survives long enough to use it. When the first units at Camp Kengun stand up in March 2026, they will represent the vindication of this strategy. The Tomahawk provides the current shield, ensuring that the development of the Type 12 sword doesn't need to be rushed to the point of failure. By 2028, the Maritime Self-Defense Force will possess a diverse, resilient, and highly capable long-range strike complex that blends the reliability of American mass production with the sophistication of Japanese innovation. The site of the JS Chokai in San Diego is not a sign of weakness, but a deliberate step in a carefully orchestrated march toward technological sovereignty and robust deterrence.